Hello everyone, it's Mrs Liu back again. I hope you enjoyed the story the other day when we read Jack and the Beanstalk. I thought today we could read another story together, and today we're going to talk about Jasper's beanstalk. Mums and dads, I'm going to read the story and I'm going to do some phonic work from our letters and sounds programme for the children today. Obviously the levels are going to be differentiated for the different ability levels. Listen to the whole thing and then see if you can pick out bits and pieces that you feel would be appropriate for your children. Rainbow class, it may be that they just want to listen to the story and to go through the naming of the objects, and they could have a go at some of the phonics. And my older children, they can do some rhyming words and some CV sounds at the end. Right, back to the children. We're going to start the way we normally do with our It's Listening Time. So get your hands ready and we'll start all together. It's listening time, it's listening time. Shh. Right, well done. I can all see you sitting very, very nicely and ready to listen to today's story. Right, Jasper's beanstalk. On Monday, Jasper found a bean. It's just like the beans that we planted in nursery last week. On Tuesday, the next day, he planted his bean. Put his bean into the soil and he's put a little stick there. I wonder why he's done that. And he's got a spade in his hand that he can use for digging. On Wednesday, he watered it. What's he using to water his bean? Do you remember we said that the beans needed two things to make them grow? What were those two things? It was water and, that's right, sunshine. Well done. On Thursday, he dug and he raked and he sprayed and he hoed it. So he needed lots and lots of different tools to do all those things. A rake, this is called a hoe, a spade and a sprayer, so he could spray it. But look, no seed growing yet. On Friday night, he picked up all the slugs and the snails. I wonder why he'd need to pick up slugs and snails. Because I know I have a problem in my garden, and if the slugs and the snails come, then they eat the baby plants. So I think he's trying to make sure that nothing is going to stop his bean from growing. And look in the picture here, what can you see? It's a full moon. So is this picture in the daytime or is this picture in the night time? Well done, it is. It's the night time with the moon and the stars in the sky. On Saturday, he even mowed it. Don't normally mow the grass, the ground, do you? You mow the grass. On Sunday, Jasper waited and he waited and he waited. No sign of his bean growing yet. When Monday came around again, he dug it up. That bean will never make a beanstalk, said Jasper. He's looking very sad and very fed up. But a long, long, long time later, it did. It was on a Thursday, I think. The beanstalk that he planted grew taller and taller and taller and taller and taller and taller, just like Jack and the Beanstalk story. And in fact, right at the very end, Jasper is reading the story Jack and the Beanstalk, just like we did the other day. Right, let's see if we can now move on and we can start to do some of our phonics together. Because I've got some things on my tray here ready for you to look at. We're going to name them first and then we're going to have a go and see if we can match the phonics to the objects on my tray. Right, the first thing I've got are some boots, or some Wellington boots. Today we're just going to call them boots. I've also got this that I took home from the garden at nursery. What is it? That's right, it's a watering can. And I have some pots, just like the ones we planted our seeds in. And here they are. Here's our seeds. And in the story, Jasper used lots of gardening tools. He used some spades and he used a rake. Let's see if we can look at our sounds now. We'll see if we can remember the sounds first. So this one is a R. This one is a B. This one is a P. This one is a W. This one is a S. Right, now let's see, I hope we haven't forgotten. Let's see which thing on my tray begins with a S sound. It's for seeds. Seeds. Next one. This is a W. You see anything on my tray starting with a W? Well done. Watering can. W. Next one. Boots. What sound with boots? Let's have a look. It is a B. B for boots. Next one is a P. You see something that starts with a P? Very good. Pots. Pots. And the last one is a R. R for rake. Rake. Well done. I've got a friend I want you to meet now, and this is my new friend, and his name is Crispin. And Crispin gets very, very muddled up with his phonics and with his rhyming words. So we're going to see now if Crispin can find some rhyming words. So we're going to start with pots. Pot. Can you think of something that rhymes with pot? Let's see if you can think of something. Cot. Cot and pot. That rhymes. Well done, Crispin. Let's see if he can think of something that rhymes with can. We're going to call this a can this time. Can and man. Can, man. Well done, Crispin. Let's try something that rhymes with spade. That's quite a hard one. Spade and maid. Maid, spade. That rhymes. And last one, Crispin. This is a rake. Rake and very good one. Snake. rake and snake. Well done, Crispin. Right, let's see if Crispin can do some words that he can hear and he can sound and write down. And later, perhaps if you can ask Mummy and Daddy to help you, some of you could see if you could write some of these words down. The first word we're going to look at is pot. Right, I'll put Crispin there so he can learn at the same time that you're learning. See if we can find his eyes. Let's have a look. So pot, P. And then can you think what comes next? P, O, and T. P, O, T, pot. Let's try the next one. Let's try can, the watering can. Let's make the sounds. K, A, N. K, A, N, can. K, A, N, can. Our watering can. Let's try the next one. When Jasper was getting his bean ready, he had to dig the soil. Let's see if we can make the sound and the word dig. So we need to start with a D. Anyone remember what the next word is? The next letter, sorry. D, E, and the last letter is going to be a G. D, E, G. Dig. And he had to dig it up. Let's see if we can find those letters that we could make for the sound up. We need an A and we need a P. A, P. Up. Wow. I think Crispin has learned lots of new things today. He's learned all the things from our story. He can name them all. He knows all the letter sounds. He found lots of rhyming words from the story. And now he's so clever, he can write those words down. So perhaps you could have a try at writing those words down later with Mummy and Daddy. If you look at other stories, you could find some other rhyming words in other stories. And if you got Mummy and Daddy to read you the Very Hungry Caterpillar story, just like Jasper's Beanstalk story, it has the days of the week in it. That would be a lovely one to read for bedtime tonight, and you can learn the days of the week before I see you next time. So have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the sunshine. I hope you get out in your gardens and get lots of fresh air, lots of exercise to keep you fit and healthy like we were learning in nursery. Keep eating all those lovely healthy foods that we talk about all the time, and I will see you again very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.